Hello to all my dear friends. Today, I want to start with a sentence that might sound silly or even dangerous at first, but if you stay with me until the end of this video, you'll understand why this sentence could save your life, especially if you're over 50. Drinking plain water can be the worst enemy of your energy and vitality. Yes, you heard that right. All our lives, we've been told that we need to drink 8 glasses of water a day to stay healthy. But there's a truth that modern biology tells us, and most traditional doctors are unaware of it. After half a century of life, our body's engine no longer runs on just plain water. In fact, pouring plain water into the body of a 50-year-old is like pouring water into the gas tank of a classic expensive car. Not only does it not make it run, but it also causes rust and wear in its internal system. Have you ever felt that, even though you've drunk enough water, your mouth still feels dry? Or even worse, you feel your body has become heavy and you no longer have the lightness and agility you had in your youth. The secret I want to reveal to you today is about a change that has happened at your cellular level. After the age of 50, your cells no longer act like a thirsty sponge. They have turned into guards that no longer allow just any liquid to enter. In this video, I'm going to show you how, by adding a few magical ingredients that are probably just gathering dust in your kitchen cabinet right now, you can turn water into a superfuel for your blood circulation, muscle strength, and most importantly, the revival of your masculine vitality. But be careful, a small mistake in the ratio of these ingredients can mess up your blood pressure. At the end of the video, I'll share the golden formula and the exact timing for consumption, which will eliminate hand tremors, eye fatigue, and coldness in your body in just 2 weeks. So, if you want to know why the glass of water you're holding right now might be draining your energy, watch this video until the very last second. But first, let's have a little heart-to-heart. Do you remember how you used to live when you were 20 or 30 years old? You'd drink a glass of water and could run for hours, get things done, and not even think about being tired. Back then, the cells in our bodies were like magical sponges. Everything we drank was immediately absorbed, reached our bloodstream, and kept our skin fresh and our muscles full of strength. Our kidneys, blood vessels, and heart played together like a perfectly coordinated orchestra. But now that you've blown out the candles on your 50th birthday, it's as if the rules of the game have changed. Many of my clients, who are experienced and determined men, say that they sleep 7 hours, eat well, and drink enough water. But why is there always a layer of fatigue lingering over my body? Why do I feel stiff when I wake up and have to stretch a lot just to get moving a little? The answer is right here. Your body is no longer skilled at retaining fluids. Your sense of thirst has weakened. You might currently be dehydrated or suffering from chronic dehydration, but your brain doesn't warn you at all. Our kidneys, which were once highly advanced filters, have now become a bit more generous. That means instead of absorbing water, they excrete it along with valuable minerals like sodium and potassium. Imagine you have a houseplant whose soil has become hard and old. When you pour water on it, the water runs off the sides of the pot and the roots remain thirsty. The body of a man over 50 is exactly like that hardened soil. When you drink plain water, you immediately have to go to the bathroom, and the cells of your heart, your brain cells, and those sensitive areas that need blood circulation for male vitality remain dry and thirsty. This fatigue you feel, the heaviness in your head in the early morning, or those slight muscle tremors are not signs of aging. These are signs that your body's pumping system has slowed down due to the lack of electrical conductors. We think our testosterone is low, and we think we've gotten old. But the truth is we've just lost our body's conductivity. In the next sections, I'll tell you how to restore this conductivity with an inexpensive method. Before we move on to introducing the 3 essential substances, I want to do a little mental experiment. Right now, write in the comments and tell me if you're one of those people who wakes up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Or have you ever felt that after drinking water, your stomach gets bloated but you still feel like your mouth is dry? I really want to know where in the world you're watching my video from, because the quality of water is different in every region, and this affects what we're about to learn. For example, if you live in an area with soft water, your risk of mineral deficiency is twice as high. Go ahead and like the video right now so that YouTube's algorithms understand how important health content is for smart men. Your like helps this video reach other men who may have been suffering from extreme fatigue for months and don't know that the solution might just be at the bottom of their glass of water. Did you know that without this mineral, even if you take the best medications to improve blood circulation, your blood vessels will still remain stiff and narrow like a frozen pipe? Among doctors, magnesium is known as the calming mineral, but for a man over 50, magnesium is much more than just a relaxant. Magnesium acts as a lubricant for the body's hydraulic system. As you age, the walls of your arteries tend to become stiff, a condition known as arteriosclerosis. This stiffness causes blood pressure to rise, and the heart is forced to pump blood with unnatural force. Now imagine that the smooth muscles inside your blood vessels are constantly contracting. What would be the result? Blood will have a hard time reaching distant organs like your fingertips or sensitive genital areas. Magnesium is exactly the signal that tells these muscles to relax and open up. When the blood vessels open up, oxygen and nutrients flow like a rushing river. For example, one of my clients, a 55-year-old man, complained about restless legs at night. He thought it was a nerve problem, but after some investigation, he realized that he was only drinking purified water, meaning water without any minerals. When we taught him how to enrich his water with magnesium, not only did his leg tremors stop, but he also said that he felt his skin tone had brightened and he no longer got out of breath quickly when walking. In ancient times, the mineral springs that people visited for healing were rich in magnesium salts. They didn't know what magnesium was, but they felt rejuvenated after drinking that water. Today, our agricultural soils have also been depleted of magnesium, so the water we drink from the tap probably contains no magnesium at all. You have to consciously add it yourself. Using magnesium glycinate or citrate in water can work wonders, but magnesium alone cannot enter the body's cells. It needs a border guard to open the cell door for it. This is where the second substance, the very thing we've always been afraid of, comes in. Sodium, the gatekeeper of hydration. If you think salt is toxic for you, you're probably making the biggest mistake of your life. The right kind of salt is the key to getting water into your cells. Let's clear up a major misunderstanding together. When we talk about sodium, we don't mean those chemically refined salts found in chips and processed foods. I'm talking about white gold, that is sea salt or Himalayan pink salt. For a man over 50, adding a small amount of this salt to his morning water can make the difference between an energetic day and a sluggish one. But why is sodium important? For water to move from your blood into your cells, it needs osmotic pressure. Sodium acts like a magnet. When you drink plain water, your body thinks the minerals in your blood are being diluted, that there's too much water. So it signals the kidneys to quickly get rid of this water. That's why you have to go to the bathroom half an hour after drinking water. But if there's a small amount of natural sodium in that water, the body says, aha, this is a valuable fluid, so keep it. But let me explain again. Your body is like a battery. The positive and negative poles of this battery are made up of minerals. Plain water discharges the battery, but water with natural sodium keeps the battery charged. This sodium allows nerve signals to travel at the speed of light, and if you feel like your mind is foggy, it's probably because your blood sodium is low at the cellular level. But for example, imagine you want to water a garden with a hose that has holes in it. The water flows, but it doesn't reach the end of the garden. Sodium plugs those holes so that the water pressure is maintained and it can reach the farthest parts of the body. Just a serious warning, I'm only talking about a very small amount, an amount that fits on the edge of your fingernail. Even this tiny amount changes the structure of water. But there is a rival, or rather a partner for sodium, and if it's missing, sodium causes the body to swell. In the next section, I'll talk about its major balancer. Why do you eat bananas but still get muscle cramps? Because there isn't enough potassium in our water. Potassium is sodium's strategic partner. If sodium brings water to the door of the cell, potassium is the one who opens the door and pulls the water inside. This sodium-potassium pump in your body is responsible for every heartbeat and every muscle contraction. After the age of 50, the balance of this pump gets disrupted. Many men, due to consuming processed foods, have too much bad sodium and their potassium levels are extremely low. This imbalance causes the blood vessels to stiffen and the heart, like a tired worker, is constantly under pressure. Adding potassium to your fluid intake helps regulate blood pressure naturally. There was a patient who said that in the evenings, his legs would feel heavy, as if weights were tied to them. He thought he had varicose veins, but his problem was fluid retention due to a lack of potassium. When he started using high-quality electrolyte sachets in his water, that heaviness disappeared within 3 days. He said, "I feel like I'm walking on clouds." Potassium also directly affects alertness. Brain cells need to rapidly exchange potassium to transmit messages to each other. If your water is rich in potassium, you'll experience fewer momentary memory lapses. But here's an important insider tip. Potassium is abundant in foods like spinach and avocado, but it's absorbed much more quickly through enriched liquids, especially after physical activity or sweating. You can meet this need with just a few drops of liquid potassium supplement using natural coconut water, which is the king of potassium, in combination with regular water. My friends, let's put all these tips together like pieces of a puzzle. We've learned that turning 50 marks the end of simplicity, including the simplicity of drinking water. Plain water is like an uninvited guest for our body. It comes quickly and leaves just as fast without bringing us any gifts. We've learned that magnesium opens up the blood vessels so blood can reach even the most distant and sensitive areas. High-quality sodium also allows water to stay in the body and hydrate the cells. But potassium maintains blood pressure balance and allows the heart to beat calmly. When you combine these three together, you're not just drinking water anymore. You're drinking the elixir of life. This is a change you don't necessarily have to hear from a doctor. You should feel it deep within yourself. That warmth you feel in your hands and feet, that morning mental clarity, and that renewed strength, all are the result of the return of electrical flow to our bodies. I'm really glad you took the time for your own health. Remember, in today's world, no one cares about your body as much as you do. If you found today's content helpful, be sure to hit the subscribe button and set the bell to all. Why? Because in the next video, I'm going to talk about a food item that, when combined with this smart water, will bring your bedroom energy levels back to what they were in your 30s. You definitely don't want to miss that video. So please share this video with your brother, your friend, or any man over 50 who's always complaining about being tired, and let's work together to change this bad habit of just drinking plain water. Until the next video, stay energetic and healthy. Don't miss the upcoming videos.